This conference will now be recorded.
Let me go and open the notepad. Uh, Currently, we're discussing about the automated cloud flows. Let me go and open the class notes. Let me go and open the class notes. Uh, Let me go to the Power Automate. Go to the class notes. 6 p.m. And now, see, we started discussing about the cloud flows. In this, currently, we're discussing about what automated cloud flows. Now, in this automated cloud flows, already we're done with the 3 sessions. Now, today is class 4 case. Today is class 4 regarding the automated cloud flows. Now, in today's session, what we'll discuss is we'll discuss one use case. So, uh, what is the flow we are going to create now in today's session is let me go and copy something here. Just copy it and then paste it here. Now, try to understand this. Uh, what we are going to discuss now here in today's session is I want to go and create. So, try to understand what's the requirement is. Create a form in the Microsoft Forms. There is something called Microsoft Forms. In the Microsoft Forms, I want to go and create one form. What is the name of that form is? Let us say the name of the form is SQL Server Workshop. That is, I want to, let's say I'm going to conduct one workshop for SQL. So regarding that, I want to go and create one form. I want to take the responses from the students. So how many students are interested to attend the SQL Server workshop? For that, I want to create one form in the Microsoft Forms. What is the name of that form? I want to keep here is SQL Server workshop registration. Now, whenever the student submits the form, if any one of the student is interested, the student submits the form. Whenever the student submits the form, I want to add those students to the, I want to add those students automatically to the Teams group. In the Teams, in the Microsoft Teams, I want to go and create one group. Whenever the student submits the form, whoever the students are interested, they will go and fill the form. Once the student is filling the form, once he submit the form, I want to add those students to Teams group, and also I want to send one email to that student in the Outlook. So this is what my automation is. So first I will go and create one form in the Microsoft Forms. The form name is SQL Server Workshop Registration. Once the form is created, I will share this form to multiple students. Whoever the students are interested, the students will submit the form. Whenever the student submits the form, that student, I want to add those students to Teams group. And also I want to send one message in the Outlook for those students, those who are interested to attend the workshop. This is what my requirement. In the previous class, that is in yesterday's class, we discussed about how to go and create the forms in Power Apps. I discussed there how to create a form in the Power Apps. Once the form is submitted, how the data will be stored in the data sources, and then how to go and send the emails. Now in today's session is different scenario case. Here also I want to go and create one form, but I want to get the form in where? Microsoft Forms. The form name I want to keep here is SQL Server Workshop Registration. And whenever the student submits the form, I want to add those students to the Teams group automatically, and also I want to send one email to that student in the Outlook. So this is what my requirement. For this, I want to go and create a flow. So let me go and open the Power Automate. Let me go to the web browser and type here make.powerautomate.com. Let me go and open the Power Automate. Fine. Now see, before going to create the form in Power Automate, before going to create the flow in Power Automate, first what I need to do? And first of all, I need to go and create one form in the Microsoft Forms case. Let me go and open the Microsoft Forms first. Now, how to go and open the Microsoft Forms is go to this app launcher, go to the app launcher and click on this explore all your apps. Click on it. When I click on this, it is going to open the Microsoft 365 apps. Let it open. Now it is opening the Microsoft 365 apps. Now here, go and search for forms. Go and search for what? Forms. So select this one, guys. Microsoft Forms. This is the Microsoft Forms. Click on it. When I click on it, now it is going to open the Microsoft Forms here. It's going to open what? Microsoft Forms. Now here, I need to go and create one form for what? For the SQL Server workshop. Microsoft form I want to create. Now, currently I'm in where now? Microsoft Forms. Now here I want to go and create one form. If I want to create the form here, you need to go and click on this. Go and click on the new form, guys. Go and click on what? New form. When I click on this new form, now it will allow us to create one form here. Now, let me go and add the title here, guys. What is the form title I want to keep? So before going to keep the title, let me add one image here, guys. To add the image, go and select this. Go and click on this image icon. So select this and go and go to the upload. Go and select what? Upload. If you see, yeah, there is something called upload. Go and click on upload. Let me go and upload one image. So let me go to the uh, Microsoft Power Platform. Go to the Power Apps. There is one folder called images. Go to this folder and let me go and add this image case. I want to add one image, SQL Server Workshop. Let me select this SQL Server logo. Select this one and click on open. Now see, it is going to add the image here. Now once after adding the image, I want to keep the form title. What's the title is? SQL Server SQL Server Workshop. What's the form title? SQL Server Workshop. And I want to keep some description here. What's the description I want to keep here is join the workshop to become join the workshop to become a pro in SQL to become a pro in SQL queries. So what is the description I'm keeping here is join the workshop to become a pro in SQL queries. So this is the title I'm keeping. This is the image and this is the description of the title. So once after entering this, just go and click on preview. You can see it here, how the form will look like. Just go and click on the preview. When I click on preview, now see this is the form it looks like, guys. So it is going to add one image here. The form title is SQL Server Workshop. And what's the description I'm keeping here? Join the workshop to become a pro in a SQL queries. Now once after adding this, let me go back. Click on this back. Let me go back. Now I want to I'm adding one form header here, guys. Now I want to keep some questions here. So in the form I want to keep some questions. What the questions I want to keep? You can keep here is you can go and keep the choice type questions. You can go and keep the text questions. You can go and keep some rating type questions, date, and then few more will be there. So that these things will can create. So I want to keep one question in the form like a choice question. Okay? So select this one choice. Now what's the question? Let me keep here. What's the question I want to keep here is, are you interested? Are you interested to join the workshop? So what's my first question? Are you interested to join the workshop? Yes or no? So I want to add the options here, guys. What's my option one and what's my option two? Let me keep here. The first option I'm keeping here, yes or no. So I'm adding two options here. If you want to add another options, you can add it. You can go and click on add option. It will add the another option. So like this, you can go and add the options here. So I don't want to keep this. Let me remove this. I want to keep only two options here. One is yes and second one is no. Now this is my first question, guys. Once after adding the question, again go and click on the preview. Let me check how the form will look like. Now see, this is the form. Now there is one question: are you interested to join the workshop? Yes or no. Say they can go and click on yes, or they can go and click on no. Like this, I want to add another one more question, guys. What's the second question I want to add it here is, again I want to add the choice call. Again I want to add the choice question only. Select the choice. Now let me add the question as, let's say tomorrow I want to conduct the SQL Server workshop. So let me go and keep here, are you available, are you available this Sunday, are you available this Sunday at 7 p.m. So I want to conduct the workshop at Sunday, tomorrow at 7 p.m. guys. So are you available this Sunday, that is tomorrow at 7 p.m.? Yes or no. So let me go and select the choices, yes or no. I'm keeping the two choices here. You can go and keep the maybe also. Maybe he will join or he won't join. I don't want to keep the maybe. I want to keep only two questions, two choices here, yes or no. Now select the preview. Click on preview. Now see, this is the form I'm creating. Just I'm keeping only two questions here. So this is the form title. I'm adding one logo here, image, description, and what's the first question? Are you interested to join the workshop? Yes or no. Are you available on this Saturday at 7 p.m. to attend the workshop? Yes or no. So just I'm adding two questions here. Now this is the form I'm creating. This is the form I'm creating. Now once after creating the form, let me keep the form as it is. Let me keep the form here itself. Now let me go to the teams. In the teams, I want to go and create one group here, guys. Now go to the teams. Uh, go here, go to this app launcher and go and select the teams, guys. Select here teams. Select the teams. Now when I select the teams, it is going to open the teams in the cloud, in the web. Let it open. Fine. When I open the teams, there is an option here called teams, guys. Go to the teams here. Currently I'm in where now? Currently I'm in the teams. Now go to the teams here. Select this option. Now here on the top you are able to create one group. Let me go and create one group. So why I'm creating the group here is, whenever the student is submitting the form, then I want to add that student to teams group. So to add the student to the teams group, first of all let me go and create one group here. So go to the teams and go and click on this plus icon. When I click on it, now here you are able to see an option called create teams. Let me go and select this one, guys. Click on this create teams. Now go and select create a team from scratch. So I want to create a group in the teams from the scratch. Select this one. And what type of team you want to create, private or public? Let me select the public. And what's the group name? Let's say the group name I'm keeping here is SQL Server workshop. SQL Server workshop, that is tomorrow 18th Feb. So this is the name I'm keeping is team group name, SQL Server workshop 18th Feb. And once after passing the name, just go and click on what? Create. Create. When I click on create, now it is going to create one group in the teams, case. So it is telling us nice work. So if you want to add any members to the team, you can add it here. So I don't want to add any members to the teams group. Just go and click on what? Skip. Just go and click on skip. Now see, automatically it is creating one group. What is that group name? Just now I created. So the group name is SQL Server Workshop 18th Feb. Tomorrow is the workshop I want to get. This is the group name. Now, whenever the student is filling this form, whenever the student is interested, then the student will fill this form. If the student is filling the form, then automatically I want to add that student to this teams group. Automatically I want to add that student to where? to this Teams group. So this is what my requirement is. Now I'm ready with that Microsoft form. I'm ready with the form, and also I'm ready with one Teams group. Now let me go and create a flow in the Power Automate. Let me go to the Power Automate. Let me go to the Create tab. Let me go to the Create tab. Now I want to create a flow. For what I want to create a flow means, whenever the student is, if the student is interested to join the workshop, so that student will go and fill this form. Once after filling the form, the student go and click on the submit button. Once the student click on the submit button, then automatically I want to add that student to the Teams group, and also I want to send one email to that student in the Outlook, and also I want to send one email to that student in the Outlook. Yes. Let me go and select the Outlook here. Let me go and select the Outlook. I want to send one email notification. Thanks for registering for the SQL Server workshop. So like this, I want to go and send one email in the Outlook. So these actions I want to perform. When I want to perform these actions, whenever the student submits the form. So let me go to the Power Automate. Let me go to the Power Automate. Here, let me go to the Create tab. I want to create a flow now. Now tell me what type of flow I want to create here, guys. Whether I want to go and select the automated instant cloud flow or a scheduled cloud flow. Someone can answer what type of flow I want to go and create now.
Automated.
Automated.
Correct. Automated cloud flow. Why? Because whenever the response is submitted, whenever the student is filling the form, then only I want to go and run the flow. So select the flow type as automated cloud flow. Select the flow type as an automated. Now pass the flow name. Let me pass the flow name as SQL Server Workshop. SQL Server Workshop. Once after passing the flow name, next go and select the trigger. I said that what's the first step in the flow? Trigger. Now what's my trigger? If you see on the top itself, it is showing one trigger here, guys. When a new
Microsoft.
response is submitted, so when a new response is submitted, whenever any one of the user or a student is submitting the form, then I want to run the flow. So let me go and select the trigger type as what? When a new response is submitted. Where? In the Microsoft Forms. Select the trigger type as when a new response is submitted. Select this one. Go and click on create. Go and click on what? Create. Now select the create. Click on create. Now it will allow us to create one flow. Let me switch back to the old designer. Now see, automatically it is signing to the Microsoft Forms case. The first step is what? Whenever the new response is submitted, where? In the Microsoft Forms. So let me go here. Now see, what's the first step? Trigger or an event. So what is my trigger? When a new response is submitted. Where? Now here, it is asking us to pass the form ID. So what is that form I created, guys? The form name is SQL Server Workshop. Let me go back. Now what's the form name? By default is saving as SQL Server Workshop. Now let me pass the form ID here. So go and click on this drop down. Automatically it will displace the form here, guys. Oh, I think there is two. What is the form name? Caps is there. SQL. This is the form name. SQL Server Workshop. Just go and select this one. Click on it. Now once after selecting the trigger, next I want to do some actions, guys. Now what actions I want to perform? This is my trigger. Now whenever the new response is submitted, then what is the action you want to take? So let me go and select the new step. Click on this new step. Now what is my step here is, what the action I want to take here is, which student or which user is submitting the form, that student details I want to go and collect. So let me go and type here get response details. Now see, there is one action called get response details, Microsoft Forms. So get response details means whoever is responding to that form, that means who is submitting that form, that person details I want to get. Whoever is submitting, that person or a user details I want to get. Now go and set what? Get response details. When I click on this get response details, now it is asking us to pass the form ID and response ID. Now select the form ID. What's the form ID? SQL Server Workshop. This is the form ID. Select the form ID. Now response ID. Now what you need to go and enter here is which user is responding. That user details I want to go and mention here, guys. Which user is responding? That user I want to go and mention
Uh,
here. So
Sir,
go and
I'm
select here
getting
what?
some network. Hello. Like I'm getting some struck or my network issue or all the facing
Remaining
the same.
people for you also the same issue. Someone
It's
confirm.
fine
Remaining
for us.
people.
No, it's fine for us.
Fine. I think there is some network issues from your side. Please go and check the network connections from your sides. Please rejoin it again and check the network connections from your side. And now here guys, here let me go and select the response ID. So just go to the dynamic content and select this response ID. Response ID means whoever is responding, that responder's details I want to go and capture. Now once after adding this step, once the trigger is created, first step is what? Get the response details. Once after getting the response details, now which person is responding, that person or that user, I want to get the user details also. Now how to get the user details is go and click on that new step. Let me go and take an action here guys. What's the action here is uh, get the user profile. Get user, there is one action here, get user profile. So what is this get user profile means? Which user is submitting the form? We are able to capture. I want to collect the complete details of that user case. So go and select what? Get user profile. Select this one. The next action I want to go and do it here is get user profile. Now it is going to sign into the user. So automatically it will take the connections. User 36. Next here, I need to go and enter the user principal name. UPN stands for what means? UPN stands for user principal name. So what I need to mention here is which person is responding to this form. Which user is responding to this form. That user ID I want to go and mention here. So scroll down, there is something called responders email. Whoever is responding, that responders ID I want to go and mention here, guys. So select the responders email. So what is doing when which user is responding, this step is going to collect the complete details. What is the user display name, first name, last name, email ID, user photo, user email ID, complete all the information it is going to collect. Now once after getting the user profile, complete profile of that user, next what is my step here is I want to go and add that user to the teams group. I created one teams group here, right? I want to add that user to the teams group. Let me go and add that user. Now how to go and add that user? Go and click on new step. Now what's my new step here? The step is, let me go and select here called teams. Search for teams. When I search for teams, now it will displays all the actions. What actions you are able to do it in the teams. So what is my action is add a member to a team. What's my requirement now? Which user is responding to that form? That user I want to add it to the teams group. So go and select this one. Add a member to the teams group. Select the action as add a member. Now what's the team? You need to go and enter the teams group. Which group you want to add? I want to add them to the SQL Server Workshop 18th Feb. This is the group name. Select the group name. Next, here you need to go and pass the user principal name. Whom you want to add it here. Here you need to go and enter whom you want to add it to the teams group. I want to add the users to this group. Now, which user you want to add to the teams group? Which user is responding? Which user is responding to this form? That user I want to add to the teams group. So if you go to the dynamic content, under the dynamic content, if you scroll down, there is something called responders email. There is something called responders email. This user, whoever is responding, that user I want to go and add it to this group, teams group. Select the responders email. Select it what? Responders email. Now once after adding the user to the teams group, I want to go and do what here guys? Send an email in the Outlook. Once the user is responding, I want to send an email to that user in the Outlook. Let me go and add that action. Go to the new step, add a new step. Let me go and search for here what? send an email. Send an email. Now scroll down, go and select this action. Send an email v2 version 2. Select this. Now to address. What's the to address? To whom you want to send the email? Which user? Whoever is responding to the form. Where is my form? Let me sign in here. Whoever is responding to this form, that to that person, to that user, I want to go and send the email. So to whom want to send means go to the dynamic content. Here you are able to see responder's email id. Whoever is responding to that user, I want to go and send the email. Select the responder's email id. Next, subject. What is the subject I want to keep here is, let me keep here the subject as SQL Server workshop 18th Feb. SQL Server workshop 18th Feb 2024. Next, once after keeping the subject, next I want to keep the body. What's my body? So let's say I want to greet them first. I want to greet them. So let me go and keep here hi. Now here I want to mention the name of that user. Which user is responding to the form? That user name I want to go and mention here. So go to the dynamic content. Already which user is responding, that user complete details I'm getting here. User profile. So go to the user profile. This is the get user profile. Under this, these are the things you are able to see. Now scroll down. There is something called display name. Select the display name. So here it is going to select what, which user is responding, that user display, that user name. We're able to keep it here. Select it and keep it in the bold. Now keep comma. Next I want to mention here is what, let me go and keep here thanks for registering, thanks for showing, let me keep here thanks for showing interest, thanks for showing the interest to attend the SQL Server workshop. Thanks for showing the interest to attend what, the SQL Server workshop. Let me keep the SQL Server workshop in the bold. Just keep it here. And also let me keep the SQL Server, let me give some color. Let me keep it as a blue color. Just I'm keeping some color here. Next, what's the next I want to keep here is, you have been, let me keep here, I want to tell to the user that you have been registered successfully. You have been successfully, or you have been registered successfully for the SQL Server workshop, for the SQL Server workshop. And next I want to mention here is, I want to tell that once the user is submitted the form, I'm going to add them to the Teams group, right? So let me go and mention that point here. You have been added to the Teams group. You have been added to the Teams group. What's the Teams group? We added to them. The group name is, I think it is SQL Server workshop. SQL Server workshop. What is that group name? 18th Feb, right? Yes, SQL Server workshop 18th Feb. So this is the group I created. So just I want to indicate that user that you have been added to the Teams group. What's that group? This is the group name, SQL Server workshop 18th Feb. You are added to this group. And also I want to keep one more thing here. Further details regarding the workshop will be shared through the Teams group only. Let me go and keep here. Thanks AB trainings. So let me keep this AB trainings in the bold. So this is the message I want to send. What I want to send one email to whoever is responding. So subject is SQL Server Workshop 18th Feb. Hi, whoever the user is submitting. Thanks for showing interest to attend the SQL Server workshop. You have been registered successfully to the workshop. You have been added to the Teams group or the group SQL Server workshop. 18th Feb is the Teams group. Further details regarding the workshop will be shared through the Teams group only. Thanks, AB trainings. So this is the flow I want to run, guys. So try to understand. Whenever the new response is submitted, first I want to go and get that response details. Next, which person is submitting, I want to get that complete details of that user profile. What is the display name, first name, last name, email ID, image, profile photo, everything I want to get. Next, whoever is submitting, I want to add that user to the Teams group. This is the group, and whom I want to add means which user is submitting, that user I want to add to the Teams group, and then go and send one email to that user in the Outlook. Not only Outlook, even normal Gmail also you can go and send it. So this is the flow I want to go and run. When I want to run this flow, whenever the user is submitting the form. Now, let me do one thing. Let me go and save the flow. Let me check the flow is having any errors or not. It is telling that your flow is ready to go. We'll recommend you test it. Let me test the flow. Now, before going to click on test flow, what I will do here is I will share this form link with you. In the Outlook. Now just tell me who joined with laptop or mobile. Anyone is fine. I will send in the Outlook. Just let me know who joined in the laptop. Please keep your just raise a hand in the chat box. Sajid, Avinash. Let me go here. Let me do one thing. Let me go to the add users. So I'm going to add you here. What is that? Sajid. Sajid, what is the credentials I created for you? Can you mention your emails here in the chat box? Whatever the credentials I shared with you, can you mention that? Avinash, let me check here. Yes, Avinash is there. I'm adding the Avinash. Sajid, what is the credentials I shared with you? Swajit, Venkatesh Alluri. Anant. Fine. I'm sharing to these users. Just go and open the Outlook. I'm sending one email to you in the Outlook. Just open the Outlook. You received one email there. You received an email. Just go and fill that form. You will receive one email in the Outlook with a link in the link for this form. Just go and fill there. What you need to fill there is, let me explain. What you need to go and fill there is, please try to fill. Are you interested to join the workshop? Yes. Are you available on 17th Feb? Yes. Please keep these two check boxes and fill that form and submit the form. You received the email in the Outlook. Just open the Outlook. Delivery has failed. Let me know you received or not. Yes, received.
No, not received from mine.
Or I'm keeping it in the chat box. Just collect that link. I'm keeping in the chat box. Just go and click on it and try to open. Let me know you are able to open the form or not. Fine. So someone is telling that submitted. Yes. Now see, 5 people are responding. How many responses are coming? Go to the form. Here there is something called responses. Go to the responses. Now see totally how many responses is there? 6 responses. Now if I go here, how many are selecting the are you interested to join the workshop means 6 people are interested. And how many are available on Sunday means 5 people are telling that available, 1 people are telling that no. If you want to export this data, if you want to analyze this data in Excel, you can go and click on the Excel, guys. When I click on this open in Excel, it is going to download that here. Let me go and open it. Once after download, let me go to the downloads folder. Let me double click on it. Now see, these are the details we can see it in the form in the Excel also. Now try to understand, guys. Okay. Now whoever is submitted, let me go and open the Teams. Let me go and open the Teams group. Just go and click on refresh. Let me check. Totally 5 users are submitted. Let me check those 5 users are added to the Teams group or not. And also let me go and check my flow. And now see, sorry, I haven't run the flow. Let me do one thing. We forget to run the flow. Let me do one thing. I'm sharing that link to you all people again. Just please go and fill that form again. Sorry for this. We haven't run the flow. I'm keeping it again. Now just 1 second. Let me run the flow. Test the flow for the first time manually. Yes. Now go and fill that form again, guys. Just fill the form again once. Yes, totally 11 responses is there. There are 11 responses. Now let me go and check my flow. It's telling that your flow run. Just 1 second. The flow failed to run. Just wait. Let me do one thing. I think it is not works when we go and send it in the outside. Let me go here. Let me delete all the responses. Let me delete all the responses. Let me go to the form. Go to this collections. Let me select this one person response, like this one. Go to the add. Just 1 second, guys. I think it is not allowing us to submit the form from the outside. Let me do one thing. I'm adding the users here. Okay, Venkatesh and Avinash. I'm sending it to you, only 2 people in the teams also. Now just go and open the teams. Go and open the teams. Let me know whether you received on notification the teams or not.
Yes, sir.
Now fill the form. Fill the form as both yes. Just 1 second. Let me save the flow. Don't submit it. Just wait. Test the flow. Yes. Now submit the form. Open it in the Teams and submit the form there. Now go and submit the form.
Yeah, I got the mail now, sir.
You received the mail, right?
Yeah, after submitting the form, I got mail now.
Yes. Now see here, guys. How many responses are submitted? 2 responses are submitted. So both are telling yes. Yes. Now if you go and check my flow, now the flow runs successfully. And also, if I go to the Teams, and I go to the Teams, this is the workshop group. Go to these 3 ellipses and go and click on what? Manage Teams. When I click on the Manage Teams, now see who is the owner. Myself is the owner. When I go to the members, now see automatically Avinash and Venkatesh both are added to the Teams group. And also I think they received that email. Yes, you received the email, right? Both Venkatesh and Avinash.
Yeah, yes, I have received mine. Yes, sir.
Yes, you will receive.
Thank you.
Yes, you will receive the emails. And now try to understand. Now try to understand. Now let me do one thing. Okay, if you go to the form here, both are telling that yes, they are interested to join the workshop and they are available tomorrow at 7 p.m. But let me do one thing. Let me go and remove the 2 responses. Let me go and remove those 2 responses. Let me remove it. And now what you will do here is go to the preview, go and select, are you interested to join the workshop means no. Select the no here. Both of you people go and select the no. And also let me do one thing. Let me go to the Teams. Let me remove these 2 people from the Teams now. Let me remove those 2. Now I'm removing those 2 people from the Teams and I'm removing the responses from here also. Now you 2 people, Avinash and Venkatesh, please go and select, are you interested to join the workshop means no. Select no and submit the form again. Let me know if you submit the form. Yes. Now see, now both are telling no. Are you interested to join the workshop? No, they are telling that they are not interested. Now if the student is not interested, then I don't want to add them to the Teams group. I don't want to send the message. When I want to add the student to the Teams group, if the student is interested, if the student is interested to join the workshop, if the student is selecting yes, then only I want to add that student to the workshop. If the student is selecting no, that means he is not interested. If the student is not interested, then what is the need of adding them to the Teams group? If I go to the Teams group, if I go to the Teams group, when I go to the Teams, when I go to this group, when I go to the team manage, again those two users are added here. Now if the student is not, the student is filling the form but he is not interested to join the workshop. Now if the student is not interested, then I don't want to add those students to the Teams group. Whom I want to add to the Teams group and for whom I want to send the message means people, those who are filling the form with yes. If the students are interested to join the workshop, if they are selecting the type as yes, then only I want to add them to the Teams group. Then only I want to send one notification in the email in the Outlook. So there is one mistake in the flow. Whatever the flow we created, whether if the student is submitting the form, whether the student is interested or not, directly we are going and adding them to the Teams group. This is not my requirement. There is some flaw in this flow. So when I want to add the student to the Teams group, when I want to send that message means in the Outlook, if the student is filling the form, are you interested to join the workshop means if the student is selecting yes, then only I want to add. If the student is selecting no, then I don't want to add them to the Teams group. Now for this, what we need to do here is, let me remove the two students from here. Let me remove from the Teams, and also let me remove the two responses from here. Delete the two responses. Now there is no responses and there is no members in the Teams group. Now let me go to the flow. Now let me go and edit it. Now what I want to do here is, I want to add another action in between, guys. Here I want to add another action. So what's that action I want to take here is, let me go and click on this plus icon and click on add an action. Now what's the action I want to add it here is, I want to take some condition, guys. I want to take
Sorry,
the
your screen lag is there so much. This is only for me or everyone?
remaining network. Let me
No,
know.
no, it's fine. It's fine, sir, for us.
Just check the network from your side, Sajid. Now let me go and set the condition, guys. There is something called controls. In those controls, or let me do one thing. Let me go and select here called controls. Let me search for controls. Now see, there are different controls are available, guys. What are the different types of controls are available means, these are the different controls: terminate, apply to each, condition, switch, do until, scope. All this comes under the controls. I will discuss in the coming classes. For now, I want to add one condition here. So I want to add one control. What's that control is condition. Condition means if condition, guys. Condition is nothing but what? If condition. Let me add the condition in. Now in between, before the getting the responders details, I'm adding one condition here. What the condition I want to check here is, choose a value. What value I want to choose? When I go here, here it is displaying the form details, case. Now I want to select this one. Are you interested to join the workshop? Let me select this one. If the student selecting are you interested to join the workshop is equals to yes, if the student is selecting are you interested to join the workshop, yes, if the student is selecting yes, then what I want to do, if this condition is true, are you interested to join the workshop? Yes, I'm interested. If the condition is true, then what you want to do? If the condition is false, then what you want to do? So if the condition is true, I want to go and perform these three actions, guys. If the are you interested to join the workshop? Yes, then I want to get the student details. Just drag and drop, get the user profile, and then add them to the Teams group, and then send the email. These are the things I want to do. If the student is selecting no, let's say, are you interested to join the workshop? No, I'm not interested. Then what I want to do? Again, if the student is selecting no, let me go and set here, add an action. So what's the action? Here also let me go and select the get user profile, get the user details, get user profile version 2, select this one, and then keep here responders email, select the responders email, and then go and select the action. What action? Send email. So if the student is not interested, then just send one email to that student. I don't want to add them to the Teams group. Just I want to send one email to whom, whoever is responding. So select the responder's email ID. What I want to keep here, let me keep here subject as SQL Server workshop. Now let me go and keep here hi display name. I want to mention the whoever the user is responding. I want to mention the display name. Let me keep it in the bold. Uh, thanks for showing interest, or thanks for submitting the form. Thanks for submitting the form. Let me keep here what we can keep. Let me keep here hi, whatever the name. Thanks for submitting the form. And what we can mention, let me keep thanks for submitting the form. Let me keep here we will get back to you. We will get back to you after some time. Let's say I'm just keeping some text here, guys. We'll get back to you after some time. Just I'm keeping this text. Let's say thanks AB trainings. Thanks AB trainings. Just keep it in the bold. Now try to understand, guys. Previously I'm not adding any condition, but now I'm adding one condition here. What's that condition is? If you see, whenever the response is submitted, get the details. Once after getting the details, go and add one condition. What's my condition? Of once after getting the details, check the user is interested to join the workshop or not. If it is selecting yes, then go and get the user details, add that user to the Teams, and then send one email. If he is selecting no, that means the condition is false. If the condition is false, just go and get the details and send just one email. Just send one email to them. So this is the, I want to add one condition here. So condition means it is one control. So there are different controls will be there. I will discuss in the coming classes what the different controls will be there. For now, I'm adding one condition. Condition means if condition. If this condition is true, what you want to do. If the condition is false, what we need to do. Just now go and save the flow. Just to save the flow. Let me check the flow is having any errors or not. Fine. The flow is ready to test. Click on test now. Click on test it manually. Now let me do one thing. Avinash, you please select S, and Venkatesh, you go and select no. Venkatesh, please go and select no, and Avinash, you can select yes. One person need to submit yes, another person need to submit no. Avinash, you go and select yes. Venkatesh, you can go and select no. Let me know once if you fill the form. One response is submitted, one person is yes, he is interested to join. Waiting for another response, no. Now see, two responses is there. One response is telling that yes, he is interested to join the workshop. Another response is he's telling that interested to no. Now go to my flow. Now see the flow ran successfully. Now let me go to the Teams. Let me go to the workshop. Select these three ellipses. Go and click on what? Manage Teams. Still it is not added. Let me go to this. Just refresh it once. It will take some time to add it to the Teams. Yes, one member is added to the Teams. Now see who it is added. Only Avinash is added. How many persons are submitted? 2 persons are submitted. One is selecting yes, yes. Whoever is selecting yes, I'm going to add them to the Teams group. Whoever is not selecting yes, I'm not going to add them to the Teams group. Just I'm going to send one email. If you see here, yes, one person is selecting yes, another person is selecting no. So Avinash, you received the email, right? That thanks for submitting the workshop. Thanks for showing the interest. Let me know. Avinash, you received that email, right? And Venkatesh, you just received one email regarding this. You just received an email that let me go and edit it. Let me confirm. Let me know. Venkatesh, you received this email, right?
Yeah, I have received that.
But this one, no email. Just thanks for submitting the form. We'll get back to you after some time. So
Yes,
whoever
yes.
is selecting this, so they will be added to the Teams group, and also I'm sending this message to them. So just I'm adding one condition here, guys. So based on the condition I'm passing here, if the condition is true, what the actions you want to take? If the condition is false, then what actions you want to take? So this is the flow I'm creating. So if the condition is true, what's the action I want to perform? If the condition is false, what actions you can go and take? So this is how to go and create one form in the Microsoft Forms. Once after creating the form, go and create one group in the Teams. Once after creating the group in the Teams, now go and create the flow. Whoever is responding to that form, get that response details, and then go and add one condition. If they are selecting are you interested to join the workshop, means yes. If it is yes, go and perform these actions. If it is no, go and perform these actions. So this is how to go and automate the workflow whenever the new response is submitted. So by this we discussed about the automated cloud flows. From the next class, that is on Monday, we'll discuss about the approvals case. From the next 3 hours, around 3.5 hours, we'll discuss about the approvals. So manager approvals, single level approval. We'll discuss about single level approval. We'll discuss about multi-level approvals. We'll discuss about auto approve. We'll discuss about auto approve, and also we'll discuss about once the if the manager is not responding within the time duration, then automatically I want to send that notification or approval to the HR. So these things we'll be discussing in the next 3 to 3.5 hours. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll discuss about the approval process. Fine. Let me stop here today. Now go with the questions.